Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the class as always. Welcome to Clockwork Courtyard. The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Hope it's a good one for you too. So we're going to do a little flow that involves building towards our bird of paradise, which is a strong balancing pose. It requires a lot of core strength. It requires going deep into the hamstrings, deep into the hips, a little bit of shoulder mobility as well. So throughout the class we're going to kind of build up, focusing on all of those different areas, and then get ourselves ready to lift up into the bird of paradise. So hope you enjoy. One thing, grab a strap, grab a belt, grab a dressing gown cord, something that will definitely help you in this class. I'm going to use a belt just to show how easy it is, just to help out with a couple of the binds, so that we get into a good place, ready to lift up for the bird of paradise. So yeah, hope you enjoy. So we're going to start the class in a child's pose. So head over to your mat, if you're not already there. And then let's sit on top of our shins. Just allow your arms to spread out, maybe out in front of you, take them down by your sides, whatever feels comfortable. Just wherever you are, think about allowing the forehead to rest on the ground, rest on your hands. And close the eyes. Just take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. As you do so, guys, just think about letting go as you exhale. Think about releasing tension in your body, and think about kind of arriving at your practice. What I mean by that is tuning into your surroundings, tuning into the space of your mat. Notice that the space that your body is currently occupying on that mat. And then maybe just take your attention to each and every part of your body that is touching the ground. So fingertips, forearms, tops of the shins and the tops of the feet. Just see how they feel. Just see if you can bring an extra softness to those areas. And then similarly, think about bringing a softness to your face, relaxing your jaw, the temples, the eyebrows. And as you completely let go of your body, let it kind of sink into the ground, take your attention to your breath. And see if you can start to make a little bit of a connection with it. In order to do that, focus on both your inhale and your exhale. Maybe pay attention to the sound of the breath. And pay attention to how quickly or how strong or faint the breath is as well. And over the next 3 or 4 breathing cycles, just slide into something soft, something long, something deep, and something that uses the diaphragm for your breath. Just a little reminder to keep your attention locked into the breath throughout the class if you can. Let's use it as the one thing that your mind can focus on. And let's use it as the one thing that you can hopefully move with. So with that in mind, let's edge the fingertips a little bit further down the mat, stretch out your arms, and then take an inhale to draw yourself up to your all fours, bringing your shoulders above your wrists and your hips above your knees, taking a moment to square up, and then cat and cow. Breathing in, opening out your chest, softening down the belly, down to the mat, and then breathing out, suck in the tummy, start to dome the back. Breathing in, gaze forwards, feel the collarbones broaden, and then as you breathe out, suck in the tummy, think of pushing with the fingertips and doming your back. A couple more times. Inhale, feel your back arch, and exhale, feel it dome. Close the eyes, feel your spine loosen, and then just take it wherever else you want to take it from here, coming into your kind of free flow, freestyle, creative cat-cow, whatever you want to call it. Take some circles with the bum and the hips, move your shoulders, move the head and the neck, maybe start to bend your elbows. And then when you feel you've kind of covered all your bases in terms of loosening up, let's swiftly make our way towards our downward facing dog. You may want to give your wrists and your hands a little bit of a warm up before you get there. Feel free to get the blood flowing to the extremities. And then as you lift your bum and lift your hips up high, think about sucking in your tummy, maybe shaking out the head, rolling the shoulders. And then finding some stillness in your downward facing dog. Look towards your hands. Let's make sure the fingers are wide. Let's make sure the hands are shoulder width. Look to your feet. Let's make sure they're hip width. Soften your knees if it helps. Suck in your tummy, engage your core. And then relax the skin on the face. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. And a long exhale. Now on the next breath in, let's very slowly lift the right leg up to the sky, keeping the leg straight and the hips square. Gaze forwards, take a step in between the hands, drop the left knee down, lift the arms into a low lunge, look up to the fingers, and then exhale to cartwheel the hands back down. Step forwards, left foot joins the right foot. Inhale to a halfway lift. So the hands are on the shins, the back is flat. Exhale, drop your chest on your thighs. Now as you breathe in, lift the arms above the head, reach high to the sky. And as you breathe out, take it down straight away, hinging at your hips. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, drop the hands, step or jump back to your plank. Now as you gaze slightly forwards, let's drop the knees, the chest, the chin all the way down. Find a cobra by lifting the chest, pushing with the hands. And then let's find our downward facing dog. Bum goes to heels, tuck the toes, and lift the hips high. Same thing on the left side. Slowly lift the leg, take a step forwards, drop your right knee, breathe in to lift the arms, and breathe out to sweep them down. Step forwards, right foot joins the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head goes long. Exhale, drop the chest on the thighs. Inhale, lift up. Feel the sides of the upper body reaching high. And then exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, drop the hands. Step or jump back to your plank. And again, just as we ease in, let's drop the knees, then the chest and the chin. Finding a cobra, making a connection between the hands, the tops of the feet and the mat before pushing back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, maybe a long inhale and a long exhale before gently lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, taking a step forwards and then dropping the left knee. Sweep the arms up and around you this time so you can interlock the fingers behind you. Think about pushing the hands down past the bum, open out the chest, loosen out the shoulders. You might even want to look up. Breathe in to lift the arms back up high again, and then breathe out, lower the hands. Step back to your plank. This time keep the knees in the air, and let's lower the chest to elbow height before pushing forwards, opening out the chest, coming into your up dog, thighs are off the mat. Push back, suck in the tummy, downward facing dog. Slowly lift the left leg, take a step forwards, drop the right knee, breathe in, lift the arms all the way up and round, interlock the fingers, push the hands down as you open the chest, squeeze your thighs together. Breathe in to lift the arms back up, and then breathe out to sweep hands down. Step back as lightly as you can to your plank. Dig the elbows into your elbows into your chest as you lower down, and then push forwards, finding your up dog. Suck in the tummy, roll over the toes last, back to your downward facing dog. Again, I suggest taking a moment in your downward dog, a long inhale and a long exhale, before lifting your right leg up to the sky with the inhale. As you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, squeeze your thigh to your chest. As you breathe in, kick the leg away. Breathe out, squeeze it back in again, dome the back, before kicking it back out. Third and final time, bring it in, come onto the tiptoes of the back foot, and then step as lightly as you can in between your hands. Lift the arms up into your high lunge, and then open it out into your warrior two by placing your back foot down, extending your right arm forwards and your left arm behind you. Now you may want to look down at your right knee, just make sure it's above the right ankle. Look over the right hand. With the next exhale, let's cartwheel the arms down to the ground. Step back to your plank, hover yourself down with the exhale, push forwards, open the chest with the inhale, and then push back as you breathe out. Left leg will go high. Bring the knee to the nose, think of doming the back, and then kick the leg back out again. 2 more times, guys. Squeeze it in, and then find length. Squeeze it in, hold it. Step forwards as lightly as you can before lifting up the arms with the inhale. And then as you breathe out, back foot will go down. Chest is open, shoulders are relaxed. Let's look over the left hand and breathe out to cartwheel hands. Step back to your plank. Elbows, dig them in. Think of squeezing the palm as you lift the chest, support your lower back. Suck in the tummy, push back, downward facing dog. Similar moves, guys. Use the inhale to lift the right leg. As you exhale, knee to right elbow this time. As you inhale, kick it away. As you exhale, bring it to the left. Inhale, kick it away. Exhale, knee to nose. Fingertips of the hands are active before stepping lightly in between the hands, lifting up the arms, high lunge, and then opening it out, warrior two. Look over the right hand, let's flip the palm. We're going to reverse it. Right arm goes high, left hand, left thigh, deep lunge into the right knee. Maybe you've got the left hand round the back for the bind, you could tuck it into the right thigh. You may even want to come onto the tiptoes of the right foot. Think about looking up to the right hand. With the next exhale, cartwheel your arms down to the ground. Step back plank. Exhale, hover down. Inhale, push forwards. Relax the shoulders. And exhale, roll over your toes. Use the inhale to lift the left leg. As you breathe out, knee goes to left elbow. And as you breathe in, kick it away. Breathe out, bring it to the right. And then breathe in, sweep it high. Third and final time, squeeze thigh to chest. Step forwards, breathe in to lift the arms. Breathe out to sweep them wide. Let's breathe in to flip the palm, reverse it. Right hand, right thigh. Left arm is straight. Think about a deep lunge into the left knee. Press down hard on the outside of the right foot. Maybe you got the bind. Maybe you got tiptoes. Next exhale, cartwheel your arms down to the ground. Step back to your plank. Exhale, hover down. Inhale, push forwards. And then exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. Let your body catch up a little bit. Before very slowly lifting your right leg. Now as you take the gaze forwards, let's take a step straight on through, in between the hands. Lift the arms up into your high lunge. Place your back foot down, open it out, warrior two. So we'll straighten the right leg this time. We're going to find a triangle pose, extending the right arm forwards, kicking the hips to the back of the mat. Sweep the hand down to the right leg. Maybe it goes down inside the right foot. Maybe it's inside the right ankle. Maybe it's inside the right shin. Wherever you are, extend your left arm up to the ceiling. Expand the chest. Think about your hands kind of extending away from each other. Don't forget to breathe. Keep it nice and soft. Awesome, guys. Fire up your core by sweeping your right arm forwards and creating a nice little L shape between your hands. Now notice the chest. Let's keep it open. Let's keep it flat. Before using the breath in to sweep the arms back up to a T, we're going to point the feet over to the left long side of our mat. Forward fold, hinge at your hips, take it down. As you place the hands down on the ground, let's place the right hand underneath the face in the middle, take a twist, lift the left arm, maybe you can look up to the left hand, and then lower the left hand, twist to the right, and then lift the right arm. Again, gently lower. Let's take a turn. We're going to face the front of the mat so you can swivel onto the back toes and then take a step forwards. So the left foot is going to join the right foot. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sweep the arms up high. Now you want to think about the chest kind of lifting up, the weight of the body going into the heels, tailbone extends down to the ground. Arms, keeping them straight, breath is soft. Maybe look up to the hands. And then on your next exhale, bring the hands to prayer and gently, slowly come up to a standing pose. From here, right knee, let's sweep it up. We're going to bring it up to the chest. A little bit of balancing. Take hold of the right knee with both of your hands, stabilize yourself, and then take your left hand to your left hip. Now you can take it wherever you want to from here. You might just want to stay here. Maybe you open out the knee to the right side. You can think about extending your left arm out to the left. And then I want you to focus on the area between your right knee and the left side of the hips. Try and extend or expand that area in particular. Test yourself a little bit further by looking over to your left hand. Now with the utmost control, take the right foot and place it inside your left thigh. Slot it in place. Make sure there's a decent connection between the foot and the thigh. The thigh wants to also push into the foot. Hands to prayer. Again, think about the space between the right knee and the left side of the hip. Try and expand. Try and broaden that area. No caving in of the right knee. And then maybe just take a moment to lock your gaze into one spot. Help your balance. Focus on a slow and steady breath. Before keeping the right foot in the air if you can, and taking a step back to the back of your mat. So we'll take it real slow. Once the foot goes down, place the sole of the foot down, interlock your fingers behind you, puff up the chest with the next inhale, and as you exhale, forward fold, humble warrior. Left shoulder goes just inside your left thigh. Now relax the face. Let the head fall down low. Let the arms and the hands sweep up high. Right foot, press down hard. Before very slowly lowering your hands onto the ground, stepping back to your plank position. From there, Chaturanga Dandasana, four-limb staff pose. Before pushing forwards, coming into your upward facing dog, thighs off the mat. Push back, downward facing dog. Take a long inhale. And a long exhale. Lift the left leg with the breath in, and as you step forwards, breathe out. Breathe in, lift the arms. Breathe out, open it out, warrior two. We'll straighten the left leg, we'll kick the hips to the right as we find our triangle pose. You can think of the knees, try not to lock them out. Want to think of right shoulder, perhaps rolling it behind you. Maybe straightening your arms. Maybe you've extended the left arm forwards, create that L shape. Wherever you are, think of your core. Think about sucking in the tummy. And breathing softly and slowly. Next, inhale, sweep your arms back up to a T. Point your toes to the right. Interlock the fingers behind you. Breathe in, lift up the chest. As you breathe out, let's forward fold, hinge at the hips. Soften your knees, make micro bend, and then take a little swing. Allow your face to relax. Breathe into whatever's going on in your shoulders. And then gently lower your hands. Now rather than twisting, guys, let's take the hands to the left foot. Grab hold of the ankle, the shin, the knee, whatever you can. Hug it in. Maybe take the forehead to the left leg, close the eyes and breathe. Before sweeping the hands over to your right foot, grab the ankle, shin, knee, whatever is comfortable, and just take a moment to breathe into the deep sensations inside the leg. Once you're done, swivel to the front. Let's take a step forwards, right foot joins the left. Chair pose, squeeze your thighs together. Think about a little golf ball that might be placed in between the legs. Let's hold it in place. Maybe look down at your feet. Think about the weight again. So it wants to be in the heels. You might even lift up all 10 toes. See if you can do that. Chest is long. Maybe look up to your fingers. Turn the little fingers in towards each other. And then with control, hands come to prayer. Lift yourself up, standing pose. Left knee, sweep it up high. Grab hold of your knee, stabilize yourself. Think of flexing your left foot, it's going to help the balance. And you can take hold of the hip with the right hand and then open out. So again, think of that space. And as you maybe look over to your right arm, notice what's going on with the breath. Try and keep it as smooth, as slow and calm as possible. And then with the utmost control, left foot, right thigh. Tree pose. Hands come to prayer. Think of the left side and the right side coming together. Centers the focus a little bit. Again, think of the tension between the foot and the thigh. Make sure there's a decent connection. Spread weight evenly across your standing foot. Stand tall, crown of the head is high. Nice, guys. And then gently, slowly, take a step back. So left foot's going to go to the back of the mat. You can place the sole of the foot down, interlock fingers behind you. You may want to shuffle the right foot out a little bit. Breathe in, lift up the chest, and then breathe out, take it down. Humble warrior. You want to think of your shoulders being square to the front of the mat. You want to think of your hips being square to the front of the mat as well. Relax your face. Try not to tense the jaw, the teeth, the lips. Notice little toe of the left foot, press down on it. And then with control, lower your hands. Step back to your plank. Exhale as you hover down. Take a full inhale as you push forwards, open out the chest, lead with the heart, and as you push back, roll over the toes last. Downward facing dog. Let's take a step or a jump through to a seated position. You can end up sitting on the bum, crossing your legs, and then extending your legs out in front of you. Sweep your arms forwards, and see if you can real slowly just hover yourself down onto the ground. Now this is where you might want to have your strap or your belt handy. Let's bring the left knee up towards the chest. Squeeze it in, all the way up towards your left armpit. And then we're going to take it to a half happy baby. So left knee almost draws down to the left side of the body. You can lift the left foot up. Now you got the option of bringing the right foot in, bending your right knee. You can prop it up for support. Take hold of the inside of the left foot. Draw the knee down to the ground. I quite like to use both hands for this, just to get a little bit of pressure to get into it. Some of you might want to go further. Grab hold of the big toe of the left foot with your left hand, and then straighten your left leg out to the side. Coming back to center, let's straighten out the right leg. Take hold of your belt or your strap, and loop the strap around the ball of your left foot. Straighten out the left leg, take it high. Think of kicking the heel away from you, but pointing the toes towards your face. Gently draw it in. Go deep into your hamstrings, make sure both feet are active, so flex both of your feet. And then real slowly, gently lower. So left leg, slowly take it down. Right knee, bring it up. Squeeze it in. Right knee goes to armpit. Grab the inside of the foot and gently draw the knee down. So you can bend the left knee, remember. Place the left foot on the ground, bit of support. And then you can kind of use the weight of your body to go deeper into it. Maybe you grabbed hold of the big toe and you're straightening out your right leg. Before coming back to center, and let's grab hold of the belt, the strap, loop it around your foot. Go for the ball of the foot, straighten out your leg, try not to lock it. And then gently draw the leg in and breathe into the deep sensations, back of the leg. Again, with control, let's release the strap, lower the right leg. Now let's bend the knees and bring the knees up towards our chest. Hug them in, grab hold of the backs of your knees, roll forwards and backwards. And start to channel a bit of strength in the core, coming into our boat pose, Navasana. Gonna balance on the bum. Take your time, get in place, squeeze your thighs all the way up towards your chest, hug them in. You can think about trying to not dump down into the lower back, lift the crown of the head high. And you can think of flexing your feet. Maybe shins are parallel to the mat. Release your arms, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Some of you may even want to straighten out the legs and point your toes up. Whichever option you have got, let's squeeze the thighs in towards each other. Again, notice your core, give it a decent squeeze. Stay here, or come with me, and lower yourself to a low boat. Legs stay off the ground, back stays off the ground. Come back up, and then go back down. Come back up, and then go back down. 2 more times. Try and move with the breath if you can. Keep your movement as controlled as you can as well. Notice you're squeezing your thighs. Keep that control there too. Now as you come back up to your boat, we're going to take it all the way to our downward facing dog. So feel free to get there however you want to. I'm going to cross my feet, take hold of opposite feet with opposite hands, roll forwards, place hands down, and then step back. Plank pose. Hold it here, and then suck in the tummy all the way back to your downward facing dog. Take a long inhale and a long exhale. Next breath in, lift your right leg very slowly up towards the sky. Take the gaze forwards, step in between your hands. Lift the arms up into your high lunge, and then open it out to your warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse it, and then straight away sweep the right elbow forwards to the right thigh, swinging your left arm forwards as well into your extended side angle pose. Now take a look at the left arm, try and straighten it as much as you can. Maybe notice the right elbow. Think about trying to not crash down into the underside of the ribs there. Take it a little bit further. Right hand, place it down inside right foot. Now again, re-straighten the left arm. Make sure there's no bend in the elbow. Notice what's going on with the left foot. Press down real hard on it and breathe slowly. Calm your body down. From here, guys, let's go for a bind. Left elbow is going to bend. Right elbow is going to bend. You could slide the hand underneath. Maybe you can grab hold of the wrist. You could interlock fingers. Now, if you can't quite do that, that's when you want your belt or your strap handy. Grab hold of the belt and close the gap between your hands. Now with the bind in place, you can now start to focus on spreading weight evenly across your feet. You can focus on rolling the left shoulder behind you to flatten out the chest. You can focus on perhaps tucking in the right sitting bone. You can focus on a slow and a soft breath. Now if you wanted to take it a little bit further, you could even start to straighten your right leg. Don't forfeit what's going on with the chest. If you're suddenly forward folding, try and keep the chest a little bit open by rolling left shoulder behind you. Awesome stuff. Gently release it by bending your right knee. You can let go of the belt or the strap. Hands will go down. You want to keep the strap kind of handy or near to you. Left foot's going to step forwards. It's going to join the right foot. Chair pose. Squeeze thighs together. Bend your knees. Again, think of weight of the body going down into the heels. Lift up through the chest, stretch the core. And almost kind of think of extending your elbows activating your triceps in order to do so. Look up towards the hands. Bring your hands to prayer. Slowly rise, standing pose. Right knee is going to come up towards the chest. Flex your foot. Now if you want to take it a little bit further this time, this is where you might want to have the strap or the belt handy. Let's try and grab hold of the inside of the right foot. So you want to grab hold of the big toe. Now if you don't have it, just grab your strap or your belt. You can loop it around the ball of the foot. Once you've got that in place, think about straightening out your leg. So the strap is obviously going to help out there. You might not have to have it. Left hand, take it to the left hip. Flex feet. And gently open it out. So right leg's going to go real wide. Now notice the muscles on the left side of the body. Try and activate them to try and create stability. And then maybe sweep the left hand out to the left. Stand tall, puff up the chest, keep the gaze locked into something, and then keep the breath steady and slow. Take it further, look over to your left hand. Now with control, try and keep hold of the strap, and then take the right foot into the left thigh again. We'll find our tree. You can lower the strap, chuck it down, foot front of the mat. This time as you bring your hands, let's take them above us and take them together above the head. Feel free to stay there. Take it a little bit further. Close your eyes. See how long you can stay on one foot with your eyes closed. Real tester. Nice one, guys. Right foot is going to go to the back of the mat. Try and be as slow and as soft as you can. Sole of the foot goes down, interlock your fingers, breathe in, lift up the chest, humble warrior, forward fold. Left shoulder inside left thigh, decent connection between the shoulder and the thigh. You can take a little bit further if you wanted to. Release the hands, slide the left hand underneath the left thigh, slide the right hand down the back. You can grab hold of the wrist there for the bind, maybe even straightening your leg. Wherever you are, gently rebend the knee, lower your hands, step back plank. Exhale, go down just to your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come back up, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, take it back up. One more time, exhale, and then this time push forwards. Find your up dog. Chest is open. Push back, suck in the tummy, downward facing dog. Breathe in to lift up the left leg. Breathe out to take a step forwards. Breathe in, lift the hands, high lunge, and then breathe out, open it out, warrior two. Let's flip the palm, reverse it, then straight away, sweep the left elbow to the left thigh, right arm goes long, create a decent stretch down the entire right side of your body. Take your time to spread the weight evenly across your feet. Maybe left hand goes down, inside left foot. Wherever you are, think of looking up to the right hand. Take a few slow and steady breaths. Then let's think about our bind. Right elbow bends, left elbow bends. Maybe you can grab hold of the right wrist with the left fingertips, or grab hold of your belt. Again, just think of closing the gap between your hands, getting that bind in place, starting to roll the right shoulder behind you to flatten your chest. Maybe you're looking down at your left foot. Or maybe if it feels okay in the neck, you can look up towards the sky. Gently, slowly, release it. Keep your belt handy. Step forwards, right foot joins the left. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up high, chair pose. Hands to prayer. Sweep the right elbow outside your left knee. A little bit of a twist. You can stack the left elbow on top of your right. You can edge the thumbs towards the middle of the chest. Again, breath is soft. Gently release it, hands go down, sweep them back up, chair pose. Before bringing your hands back to your prayer, and then taking your twist on the other side. Left elbow outside the right knee. Maybe you want to draw the left sitting bone back, the left knee back, before gently releasing. Hands go down, sweep them back up, chair pose. Find the strength, keep the quadriceps going. And then gently bring your hands to prayer. Slowly rise, standing pose. Left knee, bring it up. Now, before grabbing the belt or the strap, have a play around with just grabbing the big toe with your left fingers first. See if you can do it without the belt. Straighten out the leg. Right hand, right hip. And then take the left foot out to the left. Got the option of extending the right arm out to the right. Otherwise, use your belt, use your strap. Think about standing tall. Crown of the head is nice and high. Maybe look over to your right hand. Rebend the knee, place the foot onto your right thigh. Let's find our tree. Hands are in prayer. Maybe extend the arms above the head. You can think of squeezing the biceps in towards your ears. You can think of finding height in your upper body. Again, notice the space between left knee and right sided hips. Breathe. In your own time, maybe close your eyes. And then left foot steps back real soft, real slowly. Place the foot down. Sole of the foot goes down, interlock fingers. Breathe in, lift up the chest. And then breathe out, forward fold, humble warrior. Right shoulder's just inside the right thigh. Squeeze the knee in, relax the face. Maybe you've gone for the bind. Right hand slides under the right thigh. You can grab hold of the wrist. Thinking of grabbing hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Creating some space between left shoulder and left ear. Relaxing your face, maybe straightening your right leg. And then gently rebending the knee, placing your hands down. Step back to your plank. Exhale, hover down. Full inhale, push forwards. Stretch out the core. And then full exhale, push back. Now let's take it to our bird of P. Lift up the right leg. Take a step forwards. Breathe in to lift the arms, high lunge. Breathe out, warrior two. Breathe in, flip the palm, reverse it. And then breathe out, sweep the elbow forwards to your right thigh. Left arm goes long. Let's create the bind first. So bend the left elbow, bend the right. Maybe you've grabbed hold of the right wrist with the left fingers. Otherwise, use your belt. And then think about creating a really solid grip between the hands and the belt. Make sure the bind's in place. Look down at your right foot. Now we want to think about the weight of our body. It's going to be placed all onto the right foot, so much so that you can lift the left heel off the ground. So play around with just lifting the heel off the ground first. And then we're going to take a step forwards with the left foot, and it's going to join the right foot. You might want to do it in one as you exhale, or just take little baby steps forwards. Come to the front of your mat. Keep the bind in place, keep it strong. And then we'll think of the weight of our body again. This time, it's going to go all into the left foot. So make sure your left foot's nice and solid. Spread weight evenly across all four corners. And then we're going to lift up the right leg. Now, in order to lift up the right leg, I suggest rather than yanking it up with the bind and the right leg itself, think about using the strength in your left calf, left quad, using the strength in your core as you rise up. So play around with lifting the heel off the ground first of the right foot. And then activate those muscles. Think of lifting up nice and slow, coming up high. Now once you do get up, think about opening out your chest. Think about broadening your collarbones. Think about lifting the crown of the head high. Then you've also got the option of extending the right leg. You can think of straightening it out, pointing your toes. You can even look over your left shoulder if you want to take it a little bit further. Have a play around with it. Feel free to come in and out of the pose. And then just take care as you slowly lower. Right foot's going to go down. We're going to let go of the belt and the strap. Place our hands down, step back to our plank. You can get back to your down dog however you want to, vinyasa or no vinyasa. Before lifting your left leg, real slow. Take a step forwards real lightly. Breathe in to lift your arms. Breathe out, place your back foot down. Breathe in, flip left hand, reverse it. And then sweep the elbow forwards, find your extended side angle. Take it a little bit further, placing the left hand down inside left foot. And then set yourself up for the bind. So all the while thinking about your right foot, let's press down real hard on it. Right elbow bends, left elbow bends. You want to think of the bind, use your belt. Once you're in place, once you're set, take a moment, nice and steady breath. Weight of the body's coming into the left foot. Lift the right heel off the ground. Maybe it's baby steps forwards to meet your right foot to the left, or take one step as you exhale. And then once you're there, you may even want to just hang out there for a little bit, compose yourself. Before finding the strength, weight of the body goes into your right foot. Engage your quads, engage your calf. Think of engaging your core to lift up the left leg. And as you slowly rise, try not to use the bind to lift up the leg. You've got the option of straightening out the left leg, pointing the toes, and then maybe looking over your right shoulder to really test it. Keep the breath steady, keep the gaze steady, and then gently lower yourself down. Let's drop the belt, the strap. Place your hands down in front of you, step back, plank pose, vinyasa, no vinyasa, whatever you want to do. Let's move back in a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. Before taking some gentle tiptoe steps towards your hands. Standing forward fold at the front of the mat. Interlock your fingers behind you. Let's find some relief in the shoulders by swinging the arms up high, letting the head hang low. Maybe take a little swing from side to side. You can think of letting the hands go down to the ground, bending your knees quite a lot, allowing your chest to smother your thighs. Grab your elbows, take a swing there. And taking a little bit further, sliding your hands underneath your feet. Cover your palms with the soles of the feet. Toes are edging towards the wrists. Give your hands a decent massage. Start to straighten the arms, perhaps lifting the chest. Before going deeper into it, crown of the head goes down. Slowly release your hands. And see if you can edge your feet a little bit wider than where they are. Point the toes out to the sides. Bend the knees in the same direction as the toes as you lower yourself into a yogi squat, malasana pose. Bum goes down. You can think of chest being high. You want to think of the space between the belly button, your collarbones. Try and extend, lengthen that area. Hands are in prayer perhaps. Any kind of deep sensations that are going on, just close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths into it. Find strength in your feet. Try and stay in the present moment, follow the breath. Keeping the focus locked in. Gently opening your eyes. Let's place the right hand down. We're going to straighten out the right arm. Twist to the left, lift your left arm. Notice your left knee here. If it's caving in, just keep it strong. And then lower the left hand and do the same thing on the right side. Awesome stuff. Gently lower both of your hands. We're going to take it down onto the mat. You want to drop the bum as slowly as you can. Extend your legs out in front of you. Point your toes to the sky. Breathe in to lift your arms. And then breathe out, forward fold, hinge over your hips. Reach long with the arms. Maybe hands are on shins, maybe hands are on feet. You can think of opening out the chest forwards. Flattening the back, gazing over your toes rather than gazing down towards your knees. Sitting bones kind of kicking back. Kick your heels forwards. Close your eyes. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Notice the space that you're creating on the back of your body, keeping your spine healthy. And perhaps starting to straighten the legs a little bit, going deeper into the sensations in the calves and the hamstrings. before extending your arms out in front of you. Let's hover down, we'll take it onto our back. Try not just to slam the body down, keep the control, and then lower the back of the head down onto the ground. Left knee, bring it up. Let's take hold of the outside of it with the right hand. We're going to find a nice restorative twist, supine twist. So left arm goes wide, sweep it out to the left. As you take your knee over to the right, maybe you're looking over to your left hand. You can think of closing the gap between the left shoulder and the mat. Maybe you can think about the kind of deep stretch that's going on in the glutes, the compression, the squeeze, the contraction that the little twist is creating in you. Just close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths. Don't get too comfortable. Slowly roll back over to center. Straighten the left leg and draw your right knee up. Let's do the same thing on this side. Don't force it. Take your time. With each exhale, bringing an extra softness to the body. With each exhale, allowing the body to kind of melt a little bit deeper into the twist. Coming back to center, drawing both knees in to your chest. One final little foray into the legs. Take them wide, spread them, raise your feet. So a full happy baby. Grab insides of your thighs, grab insides of your feet. Maybe take a roll across your back, massage it out. Maybe grab hold of your big toes and straighten your legs. Couple of deep breaths. Before returning to that central position, knees into the chest, wrap your arms around your legs. Grab hold of your elbows and squeeze it in. Embrace forehead to knees, knees to forehead. Maybe take a little rock or roll here. And then when you're good to release it, just find yourself in a really comfortable starfish looking Shavasana pose. Legs are sprawled, arms are sprawled. Relax the back of your head. Take a deep inhale in through the nose and just open the mouth and sigh it out. Maybe a couple of times. Satisfying exhale. Softly closing your eyes and just giving your body the rest it deserves after all of that movement. Let your hard work soak into the body. Let the body catch up.